Hello again everyone, this is Michinatsu. I just want to quickly ask, have you ever experienced something like this before? I'm trying so hard, but things just are not working in my favor. The answers to your struggles might just be in this book. In this video, I just want to show you an incredible bestseller called The Subtle Art of Not Giving by Mark Manson. This book is also available in Japanese if you're interested. I accidentally bought the same book because the titles are so different from each other. Anyhow, you can find a bunch of life lessons and so many F words in the book, as you can imagine. I don't think I'm the type of girl who swears a lot, so let me swap the word for fudge in this video if that's okay. I want to share some of the key lessons that I have learned from the book and also some of my favorite quotes. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you have got any questions, comments, please let me know. I would love to hear what you have to say. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you're more than welcome to as well. Alright, let's get right into it. First of all, I found one idea from the book that deeply resonated with me. Our culture today is obsessively focused on unrealistically positive expectations. We're constantly told, be better, be smarter, be prettier, be more beautiful, be more productive, be more admired, more everything, don't you think? If you don't improve, you are missing out. At the same time, we are surrounded by all the messages telling us to give a fudge about promotion, success, being a better person, being a better parent, girlfriend, boyfriend, being your best. We've got so many fudges to care about, which, in my opinion, brought wealth and growth, in economy. But the question is it really worth it? And in this book, Manson says that giving too many fudges, that's where a problem lies. This culture of forced positivity, not real positivity, but forced positivity, shift our focus to what we don't have. If you're content, happy with what you have got, you don't need to go for more, don't you think? Because the concept is rooted in the idea that we do not have enough, we are not good enough. It reminds me of something as an English learner, forced positivity. Let's enjoy learning English more, let's learn more words, let's have fun, let's see the bright side of learning a language. I think this indicates that we are not good enough. We are never good enough. When I read that, it also reminded me of our financial standard situation. I often hear young kids around me saying oh, I don't have enough money, I need to work more, I need to save more. And I'm like, really? You make heaps of money here. And I know that we all deserve to have a beautiful life. You deserve prosperity. But I think this mindset all comes from not enough. So again, this positive mindset, giving a fudge about better, more, in the end makes us feel like a failure, spotlighting the fact that we are falling short. And can you guess what leads us to? Worse mental health. Manson himself describes a vicious cycle in this book. You feel so guilty for every mistake you make that you begin to feel guilty about how guilty you are, and this is the feedback loop from heck. The more you stress about losing weight, the more tempted you are to eat, and then you feel guilty about eating, and then that guilty makes you eat more. The more you push yourself to learn English harder, and then the more frustrated you get, and then that frustration makes studying English unbearable, and then you start to feel upset resent yourself for feeling that way. So first, it feels like a good idea to aim higher and work harder, right? But the more mindsets, speak English better, this forced positive mindset screws you up in the end. Manson points out the toxicity of staying positive. Society often tells us that feeling anxious or down is not a good thing, or even like unusual. I mean, you're not supposed to feel crappy all the time. I mean, at least not that often. Chin up, let's look at the bright side. Let's be positive. Let's enjoy. Let's be happy. As a result, because we believe that feeling crappy is a bad thing, we beat up ourselves for not feeling happy or even positive all the time. Now, do you want to hear Manson's take? Well, I feel like, but who gives a... He argues that the obsession with positivity can actually be negative. Conversely, accepting negative experiences for what they are can be surprisingly liberating and even positive. I think accepting life as it is, like, it requires a lot of, heaps of effort and also courage. And I think it requires more energy than trying to think positively. But society tends to overlook and undervalue acceptance because it's not photogenic. It's not glamorous. Most of you guys are watching this video as part of learning English, and I want to share my insights. I think a lot of people give up on English because they fail, right? Then they try to pretend they still love English. They try to make themselves believe like, oh, English is supposed to be fun. They try to believe that they're still doing something they enjoy. Like, we are not supposed to feel bad about studying. We are not able to say it doesn't work for me because we need to be positive. We need to be happy about everything. If you announce like on social media, you know what guys, I'm going to work harder. I'm aiming higher. So please give me support. I think a lot of people give you a grand applause because you're supposed to be praised, right? But if you say, you know what guys, things are not working well, but that's what it is. And then people would call you a quitter or even like a loser. Now, I think some of you guys might be thinking like, oh, but still, isn't aiming higher a good thing? I want to improve my English quicker. I want to get better at English so I can excel at work. Or even like YOLO. I'm not sure if still people use that word. So let's have fun, let's enjoy life, and let's be happy. That's a good point. But have you ever experienced this? When you stop caring so much and things actually work better. This is something that the book introduces as the concept of backwards. For example, being open about your weaknesses can make you appear smarter and wiser. Do you call it unfair? I wouldn't. I wouldn't, at least. I have actually touched on this. I talked about the book called Barking Up the Wrong Tree, and this is also an amazing book. While reading this book, I had such a huge aha moment. Being honest about who you are, showing your true self, actually leads to wisdom. It makes you look wiser and more confident. Rather than faking your confidence, when you stay true to who you are right now, people tend to respect you more. That authenticity is what makes you appear wise. And I feel like working hard is the only way to be successful, and hard work is nothing but great, right? But the truth is, it's one belief in this world. There is a huge difference between a fact and a belief. This is actually my favorite concept. Now, I want to show you an extreme example of staying true to yourself is the best. Being authentic is so important. It might be funny. Be ready for that. Okay. Hey guys. On the other hand, being true to myself. It's not really right, but I'm pretty sure we Japanese girls have seen at least like this. Probably you might be doing it. I do, so I'm not gonna blame you, but you know what I'm trying to say? Look, like when you step back and think about stuff with a relaxed, chill mindset, it starts making sense, doesn't it? This book also points out the chasing success or relentlessly striving for better often does not lead to the outcomes that we're hoping for. Instead, it's pain and struggle. They're actually the ones to pave the way to real achievements in the long run. Everything worthwhile in life is won through surmounting the associated negative negative experiences. So instead of forcing yourself to think like fake positively, pretending something is fun or you're feeling happy, telling yourself you love doing it, just accept it for what it is. It's completely okay to look bad or feeling crappy. That's where the real achievements lie. I would say you might hate being in a difficult situation. You might be scared of struggles. You might be scared of changes. But when you are on a journey that really matters to you, you don't realize how difficult it is until you achieve it. I think it's kind of similar to, it's like climbing a tall mountain. Once you reach the top and look at the path that you have taken, you go like, wow, did I really do this? You accept it, all the struggles, like sweat, breaks some bones, and I mean possibly bones on the ground, and what else, like pebbles and stones and all that. Probably you were hungry and thirsty, but you kept going. And then after a while, you reach the top and you go like, wow, this was real. But you never stopped because you know that it's worth it. So the important takeaway here isn't to simply say, let's keep pushing forward with positivity. Let's tackle everything with grace and love. Well, not really. Just accept the and get the done. And here's another important thing to keep in mind about don't give a mindset. It doesn't mean you shouldn't care about anything in life. Instead, it's about choosing to give a fudge only to the things that really matter to you. Think about it. We give a fudge about everything in life. I mean, at least like so many things. Oh, my skin looks terrible today. Oh, the person at the till, she was not nice to me. Oh, my boss seems to be in a bad mood today. My friend read my message but hasn't replied to me. Caring about these things is not necessarily bad, but let me ask you one question. What if you only had 1 week left in this world? I mean, what would you do? If I had only 1 week left in this world, I mean, my life, I wouldn't waste my time. I mean, my precious time with my best friends, like complaining about my manager. Would I see negative things in other people? Would I complain about the weather? I mean, I would say UV ray in such a beautiful weather. Although this book doesn't mention this clearly, I believe that being aware of our limited time, our mortality, I mean, this mortality awareness, I think it naturally leads us to feel gratitude, which is essentially one of the best fuels in life. This is about like how to pick and choose what matters to you and what doesn't. In other words, you can give a fudge, but only to the things that truly matter to you. According to the book, there's a trick to focusing on what truly matters to you. Number 1, don't be afraid of being different. For example, I love books, so I give a huge fudge about great books. And some people might say like, that's a great hobby. You might be full of knowledge. Yes, I am. I mean, I hope so. But on the other hand, I'm aware that some people would say like, wow, reading, it's so boring. You don't socialize. I mean, you stay home doing nothing. You're such a boring person. So this is a classic example of an adversary. Wherever you go, whatever you do, whoever you are, I think you will hear those voices. When you say A, there should be some people shouting at you, B is better. For every single choice, there is someone with an opinion. But remember, your limited time is too precious to listen to all the adversary around you. So you want to ask yourself, like, are these opinions the truth or someone's belief? Do you have more important things to do? If you do, you go for that one. Number 2, remember that you're always choosing what to care about. Whether you realize it or not, you are always choosing what to give a fudge about. This reminds me of another book I love, The Courage to be Disliked. Whatever people say, whatever the society says, it's you who choose to give a fudge about them. You are in control of which side you look at things, so there is no point blaming others. For example, some people might have heard this from other people. I mean, at least I have. If you don't have kids, who is going to look after you when you get older? Someone has said this to me a while ago, and I promised myself not to think about it anymore, but it's funny, isn't it? Like, it pops up like every now and then, and I can't stop thinking about it. Okay, who said that? Now, just now, who said that? And I just realized it was me. I was repeating those words to myself again and again and again. So it was unconsciously, but I chose to repeat the same phrase. So I was in control, but I kind of blame it on the person, right? So of course, yeah, we can giving a fudge about people and what people said to us or like did to us, but we also have a choice not to, and it's possible. Yeah, if you still keep saying, oh, but it's hard to let it go, they said such a terrible thing to me, I gotta tell you something, my friends. You're missing out so many beautiful things in life just by being self-pity or like blaming that on other people. Once you start taking the responsibility of what you think in your head and what you believe, and as I said, what to give a fudge about, it's so liberating. Like, I promise you, giving a fudge, it's all in your control. And that's the lesson, I guess. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you've got any questions, comments, please let me know. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you're more than welcome to as well. Alright, I see you in the next video soon.